what's going on? I'm back. Sorry it's taken a while, but things have been real crazy around here lately. Want to talk about a couple different issues that's been going on. One is just like everybody's like view on what's happening, you know what I mean? And everything's kind of happening at once because it's designed that way, you know what I mean? Like everybody's head is turning every single direction, but no one's really looking straight. Like for example, like the scripture says, a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand, and a house divided against itself cannot stand. So just breaking down those words, like if you look at everything from a biblical perspective versus this political military psyops, what's being played on the people, because it's a psychological warfare right now. No one knows what to think. No one knows what to believe. And it's causing a bunch of confusion, you know what I mean? And, but a lot of these things, a lot of these issues, like sicknesses, police killings, it's been going on for so long, you know what I mean? And it's like certain people have become almost numb to the fact of what's happening. And then it's like, they know how to like target a population of people. They know what gets them, you know what I mean? And, again, not saying any of it's right, but like, even like just the whole ideology with this COVID thing, right? If there's a sickness, okay, there's a sickness, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the experts should be really saying like, yo, go out, get some sun, like vitamin D, that like sunlight, that helps. Drinking water, staying active. But instead, like, people are literally just staying like in a dark corner somewhere, thinking that they're doing their part. Someone came into the gym, man, and it was wild, man. They came into the gym, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Went to give him a little fist bump. She looked at me like, "Oh." I was like, usually I'm ashy at the workouts, so usually I'm ashy, so I'm looking at my hand like, okay, my brother might be a little ashy, so I'm like, what's up? Like, I just rather not. No. I was like, oh, okay, all right. You try not to get offended. I'm like, dang, all right, well, that's fine, whatever. Then here you go, little Amy, go on in. Go to the workout, have fun. You stay over there, though, but you're going to put your daughter into the COVIDs. So, you working her daughter out. I'm fouling her daughter, like, passing her daughter the ball. Oh, good job, good shot. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, good shot. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. High five. Yeah. Workout's over. She's sweating. Dap everybody up. All right, yeah. All right. Well, later I'll see you guys. See y'all next week. She goes out, gets in the car. Mom probably in the car, like taking the mask off. That was close. And I'm like, man, come on, the hypocrisy. I'm in a grocery store, like, brother grabbed the dang tomato sauce, like, you looking at it, oh, this ain't the one. I come in, I grab the same tomato sauce and put it in my cart and leave. You know what I mean? My avocados was right there on the dang checkout line, and the lady was like, yo, you got to stand 6 feet. And I'm like, oh, my bad. But then the lady who was in front of me was right by my avocados. So I'm like, hold on, man, I got to protect my avocados too. You got to stay 6 feet from the avocados. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where is this line going to be drawn? A brother's in there. He got his mask on in the workout. He's got his mask on in the workout, but he can't breathe. So he ended up taking his mask off. Like, I'm going to take it off when we play one-on-one. I'm like, Pop's over there got the mask on. Kid don't got the mask on. They both get in the same car. And I'm like, I seen an article, man. They were like, yeah, man, the COVID can get through your eyes now, man, your eyes and your ears. You might need to plug your ears when you go out in public. And I'm reading these articles like, man, come on, man. Like, yo, Matthew 24:7 is going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, look what's really happening, man. Like, the kingdom is being weakened. Babylon the Great is fallen. These are all signs of weaknesses. And I'm like, yo, this is supposed to be strengthening our company. Our country. This is supposed to be strengthening us, right? Man, we divided on every line. We divided on religious lines. We divided on political lines. We divided on economical lines. You know what I'm saying? We divided everywhere. And then we think like, this is just a big melting pot, waiting to explode. Then they talk about coexist. There's no such thing as coexist. There's only compromise. That's it. There's no such thing as coexist. What are you willing to compromise? So you need to ask yourself that question, man. They out here marching and marching and rioting and I'm like, man, what was you talking about? What was Brother Malcolm talking about? I'm like, look, man, these brothers figured it out. Like, yo, that's not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like these people are not the enemy. You have to understand who the enemy really is. You know what I'm saying? This is a spiritual war. We wrestle not with flesh and blood. Right? So with that, let's go into the basketball, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because now that basketball is on hold, all sports is on hold. We don't have that distraction from the real world because that's usually our getaway. They took all the getaways away. You can't just turn on and watch a hockey game and watch basketball. And that's why everybody's talking about Jordan. Like, all right, man. Then next thing you know, this another situation pop off. Now they turn their head this way. COVID's this way. I mean, what happened to Corona? What happened to Ebola? I'm like, goodness gracious. I'm like, bro, go outside, get some sun. Didn't they cure, I think they cured tuberculosis at UCCS years ago with sunlight or sunbathing? Look it up. And I'm like, yo, they know that's the source of your vitamins. It's actually coming from the sun, coming from the earth. But they go in, pop these prescription meds, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? But all right, with that I yield. But again, Babylon the Great is fallen. This is the daughter of Babylon. This isn't Babylon. It's the daughter of Babylon. You know what I mean? Look at them scripty things. I'm trying to tell you. But look, I want to talk about defense though. I want to talk about defense. So how important it is to play defense. Because and I got this idea when I was talking to one of my players, talking to this female I train, and she's really good, right? She's a really good offensive player. And I was like, look, man, if you could just take that same energy you have offensively and do the same thing defensively, you're going to be a great all-around player. And then she just looked at me with this blank look, defense. And I'm like, yo, so I asked her why don't you play defense? I just simply asked her. Cause there was a possession. She just stood there and a girl just went by her. And then she just got the ball, went down on the other end. I'm like, hold on. Why don't you play defense? She was like, well, I really don't want to get tired for the offensive end. I'm like, okay. I understand that. I thought the same thing at one point in my life. So I don't blame you for that. Okay. But you have to get in better shape so you can play longer and harder. So if you can't play defense she's a middle schooler, if you can't play defense and offense for a full game in middle school, you got other problems. So I'm like, well, but the main point, she's not playing defense simply because she doesn't want to, which brings us to effort. People just have no effort when they're playing. Use me for example, right? Now, at this point in my life, even when I was a little younger, I'm not going to lie, there's a loose ball. I'm going to try to pick it up and go score. I'm probably not going to dive on a ball. Now, could I not dive on a ball or did I not want to dive on the ball? I just didn't want to do it. I'm like, I'm not about to dive on a basketball. Now, as I got older, I started realizing the importance on getting those 50-50 balls. But myself personally right now, I can still dive on a basketball and I won't do it because I don't want to do it. So when these kids aren't doing something defensively, sometimes they don't know certain things like plug in or early help or whatever the case. But then sometimes they just don't want to do it. So it comes up to us as coaches to really try to bring everything out of the kid defensively. And that's why you have defensive coaches, offensive coaches. I'm an offensive coach. But defensively, if you're not playing defense, right, it's like going to work every day and not liking your job, right? So you can't play the game of basketball, say you like basketball and you don't like playing defense as much as you like playing offense. And if you don't like playing defense, you need to learn to like to play defense, because there's almost nothing better. Like when you score on somebody or somebody can't stop you, that feels good, right? But then imagine being in the same situation where someone can't score on you no matter what they're doing. They're doing all these behind the backs and between the legs crosses and step backs, and you're there. Like, none of that's going. So that feels probably better. Like you got more power doing that. Like you can't score on me. No matter how hard you try, no matter what move you do, you can't score on me. Now, if you got an entire team with that mentality saying I'm not going to get scored on, I mean, that's a good situation to be in. So again, playing defense, man, a lot of it's just effort, working on it, your lateral movement, you know what I mean? Quickness, understanding where to be, how to guard the ball, playing off ball defense. Like if you don't know these things, like these are things that's going to help you almost stick out like a sore thumb, just understanding how to play defense. So, one story on the defensive side, man, because sometimes sometimes people be doing the most on defense. And this one dude, man, I was in college. He was a walk-on, our third string point guard. They used to just throw him in there to rough up the players, I guess, like, you know, like go in there and play hard defense, make it rough for him. But the defense that he was playing wasn't real defense. I'll have the ball and he would just grab my wrist. Like you'll go do a layup, he'll push you, he'll grab you. And everybody thought that was toughness. And I'm like, that's not toughness. It's almost a sign of weakness. Like if you can't play real defense, you're not good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not good. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, and the coaches loved it. They loved it. Like, yeah. Like rough them up. Yeah. You're soft if you can't take that. So I'm like, all right. So I started back at it. You know what I mean? So I would hold the ball. I wouldn't even hold it with two hands no more. I'd just start cuffing the ball. He would go to grab me. I would just stiff arm him. Boom. Go to the basket with my hand in his face. Layup. I don't even know why I'm telling that story. Just scratch that whole story, man. Scratch that whole story. I don't want to play him like that.